recognize the Minister of Culture.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'm so pleased to stand today to speak on the motion from the Honourable Member for Medicine Hat to create a competitive tax credit regime for supporting the film industry in Alberta. As the Minister responsible for the film, television, digital media industry in Alberta, I recognize the importance of providing support to the talented Albertans who are our province's screen-based production sector. And I'm also proud to report that Alberta is a leader in this industry with a competitive production incentive program nationally and regionally. Our film, television and digital media industry is an important part of Alberta's economy and a contributor to our cultural fabric. This vibrant industry employs over 3,000 Albertans and is responsible for more than $400 million in economic activity over the last 5 years. We know that for every dollar government invests in film, television and digital media results in spin-off benefits for many other Alberta industries. Alberta's successes in film, television and digital media also help to diversify our economy and to retain and attract talent and skilled labour. This industry helps us tell more Alberta stories so we can showcase our province to the world. It is in our best interest this industry not only remain competitive nationally and internationally, but that it continues to grow. That's why the Government of Alberta, through Alberta Culture, offers incentives to producers in this sector through the Alberta Multimedia Development Fund. The film, television, digital media production industry is very competitive, and Alberta contends not only with traditional production centres like Ontario, but also with American states with comparable locations like New Mexico and Louisiana. Different production incentives are offered across Canada and North America to encourage local production. Alberta's Multimedia Development Fund, created in 1998, provides production incentives against all eligible production costs in a grant form, as well as funding for Alberta production companies for project and script development, training and mentorship, and export development, market development. Now, through this fund, production companies can receive up to 30% of the Alberta production costs back. So the comment about picking winners and losers is totally out of line because it's based on the Alberta spend. We want the money to stay in Alberta. Some competing jurisdictions in Canada and the United States provide tax credits as opposed to production grants for film, television, and digital media projects. These tax credits incentives are typically a refundable corporate income tax based on eligible expenditures or labour costs. By comparison, our Alberta grant system provides up to 30% return on Alberta production costs, which is equivalent to a labour-based tax credit of up to 55%. Alberta has always provided funding through a grant-based system. Our grant system has several advantages. It offers quicker payout times than a tax credit, a point producers very much like. Paperwork and administration requirements are very straightforward, and our system is flexible and proactive, allowing us to adjust to changing needs in the production sector. So regarding the future, this discussion comes down to 2 points. First, regardless of what form of production incentive takes, we know it is needed for most jurisdictions to remain competitive and to attract production in support of their local industry. Second, while our current grant system is working well, we will continue to keep watch on trends in this sector so we can adjust our system accordingly. Alberta Culture will continue to provide services that support the growth, sustainability and business attraction of the film, television and digital media industry, always being fiscally responsible. We will continue to work with industry and stakeholders through the Alberta Film Advisory Council to make sure appropriate revisions are made to the incentive program when needed to maintain its effectiveness and to maximize its benefit to the industry. As tax credits fall under the responsibility of the President of the Treasury Board and Minister of Finance, Alberta Culture officials will continue to work with colleagues in that department to assess the effectiveness of support for this sector and its appropriateness with the province's overall tax policy approach. This government will remain an active partner alongside industry to make sure our screen-based production sector is growing and is sustainable for our province. Now, some bit of perspective here. The film Freezer was filmed entirely at the Alberta Film Studio in January and with Dylan McDermott, and post-production is now being completed here in Alberta. This is a first. As this work usually goes south. Blackstone just wrapped up. This summer alone, we have Klondike, 6 one-hour shows being filmed. We have Hell on Wheels, 10 one-hour shows, and Heartland. We know that people love our crews. We know we are trying to get people to come back to Alberta. We know they want to come back, and that's really important to me. This industry is a reflection of our culture and a contributor to our economy and quality of life. Job creation and diversification are the ultimate goals. And an example, there was a student at NAIT who got to be a part of the film Freezer, and he did some work on it, and he had his credit on his very, very first film.
Awesome.
And if that doesn't inspire a student at school, I don't know what does. So before any change in how Alberta provides financial support to this sector can be made, this must be fully explored to determine what is best for the province and what is best for the industry overall. Thank you.
Great job.